Hey everyone, we just had a huge console mod drop in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager, and this is bringing some mods people have been asking for a while to PlayStation 5 and Xbox, like the Elder Class mod here with 12 different subclasses, level 20 support, and unique spells all the way through. Dawnstar's Arcane spells is now here, the Istishia Robe, CHAR's Barbie head, Sorcubus, the Knight of Lunar Eclipse armor, Orchid fall dresses, one that came out when the mod manager initially dropped, and yes, we do have an assault rifle now in Baldur's Gate 3, and I actually just dropped a mod an hour ago. It's not on console unfortunately, but my previous mod is actually targeted for console, so we'll hopefully see that coming soon. Now, first off is the Elder Class mod by Orchid 1985, and this is honestly the most ambitious class mod that I have seen on console because it's not just 12 subclasses that's added to the game, it's a ton of unique spells. Like we actually have a wind-themed class here, which has 4 spells you get at level 1. You also get to choose from base game spells and cantrips, but that's not all. We also get more spells as we continue to level up. You can see here more level 2, level 4, level 3 spells, and it actually has level 9 spells that are dependent on the subclass you choose. There's an insane amount of work that went into a mod like this, and they actually have level 10 spells here as well. So we have things like the Naturalist here, which has some acidity themed subclass spells. The Mind Force Commander here, which again has some really nice force and psychic themed ones. The Terrestrial is just focused on earthly powers. Somewhat like a Geomancer of sorts, like Divinity Original Sin 2. We also got the Tempestuous, which brings in some lightning and thunder themed spells. You can see all the way up to level 10 spells again here. And there's passives for all of these as well. I might do a future video breaking out all of this, but there's so much to cover. This is actually like the biggest class mod that we've gotten. And I know last week we just had the 2024 Player's Handbook mod, which adds so much. Like they've been cooking with the mod releases. I really like the Sun Herald subclass here, which is radiant and fire damage focused. There's also the Aquamancy in here, which is a water themed class. The Dark Faith here, which you can assume is like a dark themed class. The Life Guardian, more so akin to a cleric of sorts. And then you got your healing spells as well. The Arcanic Weaver here, which has some more spells that are focused on force and gravity, and then passives too. And then we have the Ungodly, which is like a blood mage type class and mostly necrotic themed. And you also come with some special hidden powers here, which let you transform. This mod is amazing. So yeah, you can expect some future builds on this. I actually covered the Windwalker a while ago in the summer, actually, when this first dropped. I was amazed with it back then, and it is impressive the amount of subclasses he's added since, and all the like level, all the way up to like level 9 spells and 10 spells is amazing. This is definitely one worth checking out. But Dawnstar's Arcane spells, this one is really exciting. I did a video previously where I broke down all the spells that come with it. I did a build on it as well. You can tell if you've used their previous mods, they got the most amazing spell mods in Baldur's Gate 3 with the custom VFX here, and they just look amazing. So our cantrip selections, we got things like Arcane Barrage. I love the casting animation for this. It does 1d8 of bludgeoning damage using your action and bonus action to cast both of these. We also have the Wand of Absorption here. This absorbs a creature's corpse and gives you some floating orbs which you can use to deal extra damage or to heal your teammates with. And the Eye of Fate, allowing you or an ally's next spell roll or attack roll or saving throw from spells before the end of your next turn to have advantage. There's also spells like the Solar Flare doing 1d8 radiant, 1d6 fire damage, leaving a fire surface behind, and the Arcane Prism, which lets you trap a small creature in a prism. So here's the VFX for Arcane Barrage. You pull up that book, it looks super cool. You cast once, cast twice, and then a third one with the delay between each projectile. Amazing. And then the Eye of Fate here, which you can use as a buff. I love the glowing blue appearances. It's next level. As we continue to level up, we get spells like the Arcane Tempest here doing thunder and lightning damage in an area of effect, holding a concentration and continually damage targets, and the Arcane Aegis, which allows you to protect a target and it reflects incoming projectiles. Yeah, Solar Flare looks amazing, by the way. So yeah, you get this big ball of fire, you throw it up like that. Out of this world, seriously. And the Arcane Tempest here for more of a lightning-themed spell. You can see these big blue glowing orbs there. Amazing stuff. And at level 3 spells, we have Disc Flight, making you feel like magic from mutants, and Fireworks. Level 4 gives the All-Seeing Eye, which summons an ethereal eye that pierces the deceit, and it'll give allies advantage on saving throws and make enemies suffer disadvantage on attack rolls that are within the eye's gaze. We also do have the Soul Split here, release a burst of psychic force that knocks a portion of a soul out of an enemy's body. Attack rolls against the enemy will have advantage, and attack rolls will have disadvantage. When the soul takes damage, it snaps back, dealing an additional 4 to 16 psychic damage. I like this one here, level 5 spell from the Ashes, doing a 46 of fire and radiant damage, which will kill, if it kills an enemy, it regains health points equal to half the amount damaged. And the elemental exposure, conjure a circle of crackling runes that unravel elemental warding in a 4-meter radius. All creatures within the sigils become vulnerable to lightning, thunder, fire, and cold, leaving the sigil will end the effect. And finally, the level 6 spells, Arcane Binder, channeling a powerful enchantment, become an invulnerable but incapacitated. Enemies that begin their turn within the range become bound, unable to move or react for 1 turn. So basically, you pop this and then enemies that can come nearby just end up losing their turns. Pretty sweet. I also think the magic in a bottle is really cool. So this does a 5d4 of thunder, cold, fire, and lightning damage. Basically, you take your magic, throw it in a bottle, you can store it away. You can also consume it for a level 6 spell slot, so you can kind of use this to make yourself some more spells, but it only lasts until long rest, so you gotta be smart with using it, but you can also just throw it and create a 4-meter explosion. So yeah, just to show off some more of the spells, here's the one that creates that vulnerability on the enemies. The big blue glowing runes is really cool. Being able to apply a vulnerability to fire damage is nice, because that's not normally something you can do, where you can do it to the other damage types. From the Ashes, love the big phoenix bird there, so you do this big explosion attack, and if you end up taking out an enemy, you get to heal for half that amount. Fireworks, I love it. Big explosion with literal fireworks flying everywhere, and it can blind targets. We got our disc flight here, which you can use to teleport around. You create the little disc at your feet, and then we have our magic in a bottle. I know everyone's curious about this one, so you put it all in, and then you create yourself that magic bottle. And then when you have it here, you can either drink it and get your spell slot back and continue to watch the amazing VFX, or you can throw it for maximum pure chaos. And it does a lot of stuff in the area. So yeah, Dawnstar's arcane spells worth checking out. The Istishia Robe water woven outfit here by Barry Semifreddo is one of my favorites, and I'm so excited this is now on console. It supports all body types. There are 3 different versions of this, like Barry's other mods, and that is what I have on my character right now. It actually looks like real water is on your character. I gotta say, it's amazing. And on top of all that, like Barry's other mods, you can fully dye this here if you want to have a specific look for your character. So now we got it red with the watery textures on it as well. And this mod comes with a bag here that's going to have all the included versions. There's some that are going to be camp clothing, like the other mods there. So really nice to be able to differentiate and assign it to your characters. And I really like how this looks with the AO dye from Favorite Colors. So yeah, that's what I'm rolling with there. Again, that is the Istishia Robe by Barry Semifreddo. And we got ourselves a new head mod here on console with CHAR's Barbie head by CHAR Mods. And here's what the head looks like on a half-elf here. So there's the CHAR Barbie vampire version as well, which is going to have the vampiric teeth. I like that they include this. And this is also for different types of races. Also just want to quickly mention, if anyone else is suffering from the invisible icons, this is what happened after the latest hotfix. So I've been getting a lot of comments regarding this, and we'll hopefully see a fix for that soon. But yeah, they have the 2 different versions of the head here. And this is what it looks like on others, like a tiefling with the short and long ears. That's the full elf with the longer ears, drow, half elf with the shorter ears. So yeah, and the human, another amazing cosmetic mod. And next up is the Sorcubus Class mod here. Now this mod is made by the Cheeseman 83. I am so excited this one is now on console. Nearly a year later, we got it here. So with this, it's like a fire and psychic damage based class, like a succubus of sorts. So you got things like your command spells. You can reduce fire damage by your charisma modifier, which is nice on like multi-hit attacks like Scorching Ray. And you can add your charisma modifier to your armor class. And then you can charm melee attackers as well with a wisdom save. And this class functions somewhat like a sorcerer, so it does have meta magics you can use to empower your abilities. You get your fiendish charm here, which you also can get advantage on charisma checks and dialogue, and you get Scorching Ray as well. And more selection of the meta magics included the subversive spell here, which allies automatically fail their first saving throw against spells that require them. And the suggestive spell, targets that you've charmed automatically fail their first saving throw, which uses 3 sorcery points. You can also use bonus actions to telepathically command any target that has been charmed. And then once we hit level 5, we get access to our fiendish form, as well as the fireball spell. So with this mod, you can expect a future video while I break this down a little bit in depth. I don't want to go too much into this, but an amazing mod. Next up is the Knight of Lunar Eclipse armor here by A.S. Reaper, and I am so stoked that this one is now available on console. It's amazing. Now, this looks somewhat similar to the Knight armor in Elden Ring, like the Carrion Knight set, and they actually mentioned that this is Elden Ring inspired, but this is made from the ground up. This is actually incredible. And the best part about this is it also has dye support too, which is nice to see on a mod that has so much going on with it. So yeah. So here's some better examples of different dye. So things like the red will make that end up looking gold. There's a few different versions, the camp version and the outfit versions as well. And the best part about this is it fits all different body types. I know that's something people have been asking for a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to go through their shots here. It looks amazing. So there's the Dragonborn. Of course, they have things that will end up sticking out of it there. But yeah, it's fitted for all different types. So no matter what you play, you'll be able to throw this on and feel amazing in it. Another awesome mod by AS Reaper. Now we also got the Orchid Fall Dress. And as mentioned, this mod came out right as soon as the mod manager was released. I remember downloading this a very long time ago. And that is the dress that I have on Shadowheart here. Now, it can get some dye going on. Mine's having a bit of it's a little dark right at the moment, but you can see here, I had it looking like this in the past. I'm having some weird issues with some textures and stuff like that, but this is what it's meant to look like here. So I'm just going to go through some of their information and shots. I still think it looks awesome like this too. And you also get a Kusarigama as well. Actually, it's funny, so you can see the sleeves are dark here, but if we go into this, they're bright here. So, and the Kusarigama just on the back alongside the katanas and weapons. Super cool. I love it. Happy this is now available on console. Yeah, we do have this now. It's amazing. Evelyn Sovereign Automatic Rifle by Scurby. So this comes with a variety, there's 4 different versions of the Sovereign here. They are going to have their progressive unlocks too. One thing I love about Scurby's mods, this also has a chance to deal additional piercing damage on its shots. This one has a 5% chance to do 666 piercing damage, so a variety of different effects that are very strong. But it also has single shots, mage breaker shots, and mag dumps. So you can literally just do a single shot if you want to, boom. Or if you want to go crazy, that was crazy, 70 damage. You can take a mag dump, which is a 30 d8 of piercing damage, which will dump your entire, sorry, Halson, I'm just going to show this off. Boom! Wow, yeah, that painted the whole floor red. Don't worry, Halson's okay. But yeah, I encourage you to go mag dump on somebody sometime. It's kind of funny. I mean, in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, that is Evelyn's Sovereign Automatic Rifle here by Scurby. And then we got Wyll's Better Starting Gear by Azazel here. I think this looks really awesome. This is like some of the other mods that we've gotten on console. These will make some changes to the gear that he's able to get at the start here, and you can see all that is included. There's some that's going to be a little bit more powerful than others. You get to choose how powerful you want them to be. I think they're honestly decently balanced, especially if you're going through and playing the game multiple times. I really like the rapier look there. The Hellfire Rapier gets a much better look. It actually does look like it's shaped by the Hellfire, so amazing stuff here. This is another amazing mod by Azazel was taken. And speaking of redesigns, the Halloweleaf's Restyled here by What's on the Flip. So this makes some changes. This is what they look like before, and this is, I guess the after's on the right-hand side. So some slight changes to their outfits and overall just appearances here. So you can see the original versus what they look like now. Since they're staying at the Elfsong Tavern, it makes sense they would have cleaned up in the time that they spent. So yeah, I think this is nice because again, they if you see them in Act 3, they're a little roughed up when they're staying at the camp, and it's nice just to see them cleaned up again. So what's on the flip? The Halloweleaf's Restyled. Now we got some more Dragonborn mods here by Akelka. The Slayer Acids DMH Dark Urge Dragonborn CC mod here. So this one adds in another customization. I'm still waiting on the Karlach Dragonborn replacer. We oddly enough got Astarians first, which was the second mod that they released. And this is just another awesome mod. And this mod will include the crest tops and jaw pieces for the Dragonborn here. That's not all. We also got the Crystal Crown DMH Gem Dragonborn. I really like the Gem Dragonborn mods by Akelka here. I think they look cool with the little gem sticking out of the back of their head. Perfect if you're doing a Draconic Sorcerer run. This one also includes the crest tops and jaw pieces. And again, they just look so cool. But next up, we got Booming Blade. This is actually a different one. So Booming Blade bug fix, it lets this, we previously got one last week or 2 weeks ago that didn't actually be needed because it was updated with patch 8's hotfix, but this fixes the bug that prevents Booming Blade from interacting with various elemental boosting items. I checked every single item in the game that can interact with this and made sure it was right. Thanks to Chiz Freak for this one. This now makes it so that Destructive Wrath from the Cleric will work, the Necklace of Elemental Augmentation, Bone Shaking Thunder from the Marka Heshker Staff, and the Heart of Storm Thunder. So all the things that previously didn't work for it will now work properly. And we also got Evelyn's Default Human Underwear here by Scurby, and this is just another, I can't really go over the pictures of it, but it's similar to the Queen's Garment, which released on console and has gotten a quick update, but we'll hopefully see some more updates. So yeah, the Default Human Underwear here. And we're ended off with the Runestone and Grymforge dies by Sultry Shay here. Now, I think these are really nice looking dies, and again, if this is something you're fancy, definitely worth checking it out. But yeah, another incredible week of mod releases on console. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite. I'm so excited. The Elder is finally here, so expect some future videos on that. But hope you guys all have an amazing day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.